grabs you right away.
Definitely. And so our mission, really, for this deep dive is to unpack that. What was it exactly about our DNA that freaked out this presumably advanced alien civilization?
It's a neat concept, right? Like taking genetics and evolution, but seeing it through this fictional alien lens.
Absolutely. It plays with some big ideas.
So the story, it kind of drops us straight in. We're in orbit around Earth. There's this Centauri science ship, the Relentless Inquiry.
Cloaked, naturally. They're observing, not announcing themselves.
The standard procedure, I guess.
Yeah.
And their job is, well, to check out the dominant species, us.
And with our first look, it's, well, not exactly flattering for us.
Yeah, no. They see combustion engines, people still trying to figure out, like fish and fishing.
Basic space travel, just getting started.
Yeah, barely scratching the surface. They even label us primitive bipeds.
Which suggests, low threat. Maybe easily manageable if they needed to step in later. Kind of dismissive.
Totally. Seems like standard sci-fi stuff, advanced aliens looking down on us. But then,
Yeah, things take a turn. The head xenobiologist on board, Vexaw, he suddenly requests this immediate, top priority meeting with their high council.
You can almost feel the panic, right? The transcript mentions this real sense of urgency. Something big just happened.
And it all comes down to Vexaw's DNA analysis, our DNA. He basically tells the council that in all their records, and we're talking, 17,000 species across 12 galaxies?
Wow. That's a lot of species.
They've found absolutely nothing like human genetic code. Nothing even close.
And when your chief alien biologist says that, it's serious, not just some weird little quirk.
Exactly. So, okay, the first stand, it looks normal enough. Carbon-based, double helix, the usual stuff.
Standard biology.
But as Vexaw digs deeper, their fancy holographic displays start, freaking out. Sections of the DNA pulsing red, stuff they just can't understand.
It's not just that it's complex, it's that it doesn't follow their known biological rules.
Right. And what really throws them is what they see as massive redundancy in our DNA.
Redundancy, like extra copies.
Kind of. Think of it like having backup systems for your backup systems. The story calls it fail-safes within fail-safes.
Okay.
It points to this incredible, genetic resilience, the toughness they've just never seen before. Makes you wonder what evolutionary pressures would even lead to that,
Or maybe not evolutionary pressures.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. And they test this, right? They expose human DNA samples to crazy radiation.
Yeah, levels that would just shred the DNA of any other species they know.
And ours?
It just fixes itself, starts repairing the damage almost immediately.
Okay, that is pretty remarkable.
It shows a completely different strategy, doesn't it? Instead of just avoiding damage, human DNA seems built to take a hit and bounce back. Huge parts of the code are just sitting there, waiting, acting as reserves.
But hang on. This is where it gets really scary for the Centauri.
Uh-huh.
Because Vexaw figures out that under really extreme stress, the kind that activates those repair systems,
yes,
those redundant bits, can also kickstart rapid evolutionary changes. Their simulations show it could happen potentially within a single generation.
Right. Now think about that from their perspective. If you're an advanced race trying to manage or, let's say, pacify a lesser species.
Your whole playbook goes out the window.
Exactly. How do you control something biologically if its biology can just radically shift in response to pressure? It's like trying to target something that can just decide to be something else entirely.
Yeah, forget slow evolution over centuries. This is adapting almost instantly. And then there's another twist.
Ah, yes. The foreign material.
Right. Vexaw's team finds traces of genetic material mixed in with ours that isn't. Well, it isn't from Earth. Non-terrestrial.
This is where the story really leans into the humanity fuck yeah aspect, the HFY. It suggests something interfered way back.
An intervention?
Potentially. Or maybe some ancient cross-contamination. The story doesn't spell it out, but the implication is clear. Part of our code might not be native to this planet.
And naturally, someone asked the big question. Are these humans weapons?
Vexaw doesn't say yes directly, but he floats the idea that maybe we're an unfinished project.
Left behind by some super ancient, hyper-advanced civilization.
Yeah.
One maybe way beyond even the Centauri.
Precisely. And suddenly the threat isn't just this adaptable species. It's that maybe you've stumbled onto the leftovers of something vastly more powerful and completely unknown.
So the fear isn't just us, it's what we might represent or what we were meant to be.
Which changes everything for them.
So, faced with all this, what's Vexaw's advice?
Get out. Now. Designate the whole solar system quarantine zone Alpha Prime. Don't talk, don't study further, just leave and lock the door.
Wow. just run away.
The reasoning is that combination, right? Our tech is accelerating, even if it looks primitive to them now.
Combined with this crazy biological adaptability.
They see a species rocketing forward on multiple fronts at once.
And the timescale is terrifying for them. Vexa estimates humans could, dominate the whole sector in maybe 1,000 years?
A blink of an eye, cosmically speaking. Yeah. He talks about this synergy, simultaneous biological and cultural evolution. Our bodies adapt, our societies adapt, our knowledge grows. It all feeds into itself.
The runaway train of adaptation.
Pretty much. And the story gives those great examples, humans living in the Arctic, in deserts, deep underwater.
Even going into space with what the aliens see as tin cans.
Right. It's the sheer audacity of it that gets them. We don't just survive in tough places. Vexaw says we thrive where we should merely exist.
And we have that drive to dream beyond our capabilities and then actually go and do it.
Which, from a purely logical alien perspective, might seem irrational, but incredibly effective.
So it all leads to the Zentari leadership, the matriarch, agreeing, okay, quarantine it is.
There's this chilling undertone, like maybe the galaxy dodged a bullet. If those ancient ones did create us for a purpose, better not to wake it up.
And the ship's, the Relentless inquiry, just warps out.
Yeah.
Vexa, this experienced scientist, is left feeling fear, sure, but also respect.
And grudging respect, yeah. For the potential packed into our DNA, it's a strong ending.
So wrapping this up, the real aha moment from this story is seeing ourselves through alien eyes. It's not our nukes or spaceships that scare them.
No, it's something deeper. That incredible resilience, the potential for rapid adaptation, and that lingering question mark about our origins. Maybe we were engineered.
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? Even though it's fiction, this idea of rapid adaptation, we see hints of it in nature, like antibiotic resistance.
And while ancient aliens tinkering with our DNA is pure sci-fi for now, it does make you wonder about our own history and what capabilities might be hidden within us.
Yeah, it leaves you with this really interesting thought. If these hypothetical super advanced aliens were genuinely terrified by human potential, what potential are we not even aware of yet?
Right. What might be lying dormant inside us, just waiting? It's that balance, isn't it? We seem fragile sometimes, but maybe humanity as a whole has this hidden, almost scary strength, something to chew on.